there are different views here. One would say people don't belong to the Lord in any sense until they come to saving knowledge of Jesus Christ and put their faith in him, including the children of believers.
Our children are vipers in diapers.
Yeah, exactly. I've heard that expression too. And so, of course, in that case, you wouldn't teach them to pray because they don't have any right. Of course, no one who doesn't come in the name of Christ to the Father doesn't have a right to him. They need to be taught that they need to be converted first. The other view that's been held by most Christians down through the ages is that they do belong to the Lord, actually. Children of believers are part of the covenant of grace. They're part of the family. Think of how children were treated in the Old Testament. In the Abrahamic covenant, God made all of the promises. It wasn't the people standing at Mount Sinai swearing, all this we will do. Rather, it was God declaring to Abraham, while he was asleep on a rock even, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And he's making all the promises, and he's including his children. So much so that he says, circumcise your children on the 8th day. So that they have the sign and the seal that is their birthright, that they are entitled to all of the privileges and blessings of belonging to the Lord's people.
You know, it's so wild about that promise as well as Paul in Romans 4 says that circumcision was the seal of the righteousness that is by faith.
Yeah.
And yet Abraham is commanded, hey, I want you to give that to your infant children. You know,
Right.
Abraham could have been like, well, I don't know if they're believers yet, Lord. Or I don't know if they're going to believe. And yet God tells him, give them this sign.
Sign and seal of God's faithfulness to give them faith.
Yes.
Yeah, and in 1 Corinthians 7:14, Paul says if you didn't have at least one believing parent, he says your children would be unclean. But as it is, because there is one believing parent, they are holy. Now, some like Esau do sell their birthright, but what a birthright it is in the first place. So I would say, Jesse, welcome your children into the presence of the Lord.